All right. All right, peace, y'all. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? It is Thursday, and we are about 25 minutes away. We're gonna do a course giveaway today. I like when we can give things away for free. And today we will do that. It will be giving away a free course. That free course will be a land course, a course that'll teach you how to begin investing. We may give away multiple courses. I just never know. It all depends on who shows up. It depends on the energy that's in the room. So here we are spreading that message. Anybody that likes free and likes to are eager to learn about the world of land investing, this may be an opportunity for you. You must be a member of the free community. Free. It's nothing cheaper than free. Must be a member of the free community to stand a chance to win, right? So there's the link to join the call. Let me get that out of there. Delete comment. 1 second. I didn't mean to get that. I meant to give you the link for Acres. Yes, you must be a member of the Acres community to stand a chance to win. And if you are, then you win. We've given away courses. I believe so far in the Acres community, I gave away 9 courses so far. So far, 9 courses given away. Tonight will be 10. Potentially, it may be a bunch more. One time I had a room of like only 8 people showed up. So I gave all 8 people a course. So it just depends on my mood. It depends on the energy of what's going on. We don't come to social. I never bragged about giving it away. I didn't go and do a post about it. Those that know. Those that received it. That's just what we do behind closed doors. That's why I say sometimes you have to come behind closed doors, and sometimes closed mouths don't get fed. I've given away free courses to teenagers. I've given away free courses to young men and women that is in their early 20s. I have a soft spot for those individuals. If you are on this live and you hear me mention anything about investing in land, and if you are in between that age, a teenager through age 20, I start to cut it off around 25, right? Anything over 25, then you're on your own. But if you're under that, it's a great chance that we'll just give it to you because we want to be encouraging. For those that may not know, I used to be a coach, so I like to help the youth. I used to be a high school varsity basketball coach, so I have a soft spot for young men and women of that age. So it's been a busy day. It's been a lot of back end work, right? Business is tough, right? What you're looking at when you look at the Acre Boys is you're looking at just 2 raw guys that came up by trial and error, that came up by what do I want to call it? Imperfect action is what I'll call it, because there's a lot of corrections while we're on this journey. That's why I always tell people just get started. You're smart enough to know when something is not working to pivot. So we spent a lot of time today on the back end, looking at the back end of our community, looking at the back end of our course, looking at the back end of social media. We have accumulated close to 1 million organic followers. As you could imagine or should imagine, that's a lot of traffic that comes through the doors. How do you cater to that traffic, right? How do we handle all of that? That's why this is not something that you should concern yourself with, but we're just having a general conversation. Maybe this will help you. I don't know who's on this. I don't know who's doing business that's on this call. So back end work, having systems in place will serve you better. It'll serve your audience better. It'll serve your clients better, having system in place. And were we always that organized? Absolutely not. Same thing. How you do one thing is how you do everything, right? Same thing when we first got involved in land investing. Were we very organized when we first started land investing? No. But you learn on the way what to do and what not to do. Sometimes it's the slightest thing that can mess a deal up. But you should learn, won't do that again. So once again, I always say, have a day one so you can have a month one and go on to year one. You'll learn. It's nothing like hands-on, right? Nothing like it. And then when you're in an environment when everybody is focused on the same thing, then you get a chance to see like-minded people that look and sound like you. It's encouraging. Like we had our training call last night. We studied as a group. I broke down how we tax deed invest, how I'm able to comb through a tax deed list rather fast these days because I have a different eye for what I'm reading and comprehending. If you're new, you probably won't move that fast. So you need more time on the clock, and that's okay, right? You stick around, you start to move faster. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Nobody's good in the beginning. But our problem is most of us, we're afraid to be bad. Or we won't be bad long enough to get good. We want the microwave success. We don't want to deal with marginal success. We want the whole enchilada quick. We want to fix what we've broken for the past 20 years. You want a quick fix. But it's not what's broke that needs to be fixed. That's what you'll find. It's something internal. It's just like business, right? You'll find when you're not hitting the numbers that you want to hit, it's going to be something internal inside of that business that's not happening. Same thing with you. It's internal of why you're not winning. At the root of that is probably your belief. Second, at the root of it is probably your habits. Stop me when I'm lying. Don't nobody want to talk about this. So all we do, or what I've done these days, is I just curated a circle of individuals that want to talk about what I'm talking about. We don't care to talk about the hip hop world. And I could never knock the hip hop world because I come from it. I was an artist. I know all about it. I was an artist for damn near 15 years. I know the mind frame. I know the mindset of an artist. Right? This is different. I had to become different to handle this vehicle. That means having a radical shift in mindset to handle. Nobody help us in business. The people that help us in business are the people that we hired. We have to pay for help. There's nobody coming with a lifeline to save you. You have to save yourself. So when there's an opportunity to get next to someone that has some information that you think can help you, you should probably take advantage of that opportunity, especially when it's a free call. That's all I say. Well, you got to lose. We're not asking you for any money. Even if we were asking you for money, you should probably pay it. You should probably do whatever you got to do to get whatever you got to get. That's the type of time that I'm on. Just like I said, I need help in my business. I have to go and hire. All right, so comment acres, right? Comment the word acres. Let me drop a link in the chat. Let me drop a link inside of the chat so you'll know how to get it. If you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, I'm going to drop this link in 1 second. I dropped it in the comments. Click that link, join the free community. Once you join the free community, the link to join the call will be inside of the community. All right. If you're on Instagram, comment the word Acres, ACRES. A link will be fired off to your DM. Follow the prompt, join the free community. The link for tonight's Zoom call will be inside of the community. I may show some things tonight. In fact, not may, I will. I'll show some things that we trained on last night, give you a glimpse of things that we study, give you a glimpse of what tax deed investing is, what goes into it. We study on a county in Arizona, right? A lot of times we talk about desert land. The reason why I talk about desert land a lot is not that it's because it's the most valuable, because it's plentiful, and there's a lot of opportunity as far as price. The entry level price of some of these areas for desert land is low. So once again, I try to find places that's conducive for growth. I try to find places that you don't have to start very high. And don't think that if I say that there's nothing on that list for someone that may have a bigger budget, because what happened on the call last night is one of my experienced investors, because my whole community is just not Daisy Fresh rookies. We do have experienced investors inside of our community. One of my experienced investors, she was on the auction as we was training on that auction. The auction was going live, right? She has enough experience to pay attention to me and invest at the same time. She won 4 bids from that auction at the same time. In totality, she spent about $50,000 while she was on that call. So it offers a price point for everybody. All right. So desert land. It's a lot of desert land out there, a lot of opportunity. And as land flippers, I don't care where I get it from. One thing that we identified last night, and I'll show on that call tonight, I'll show you, is that if you could ever find desert land that's zoned for mobile homes, in fact, if you can find any land that's zoned for mobile homes, you'll never have a problem selling it. That is our #1 selling product. Land that's zoned for mobile homes. It sells like hotcakes. So culturally, we think it has to have a stick-built or a finished house on it for it to be deemed a beautiful product. Untrue. As land flippers, my #1 selling product is mobile home land. Land that's zoned to put a mobile home on it. Land that's zoned agriculture with no restrictions, that you can do what you want to do with that. That will not be found within your city limits. So let that sizzle in your spirit for a little bit. Where is there more opportunity at? Within your city limits or outside of your city limits? So these are the opportunities that most of us miss out on. I'm putting a video out tomorrow. Found the video, very interesting video. Comment the word Acres to join this call at 7. At 7, we'll be giving away a free course. If we get a packed house, I may give away more than one course. If I have a packed house, it's boring for me when I do free calls and not a lot of people show up. Just me being transparent. That shit is boring for me. I could stay on the Instagram live and talk to more people. So when we do free calls, people should show up, because that's the time that I probably will give away something free, because you took the time to come off of your precious social media to hang out with me, right? That is and I ain't promising nothing. So don't get that twisted. I'm not promising anything. It depends on the mood, and it depends on how the energy in the room is flowing. But I have, in the past, given away a lot of courses. That's Charlie. Charlie is one of our members. Charlie, drop in the comments that I've given the whole room courses. But you got to be there. But it is boring for me if I don't have a sizable room. That's not fair. I can study on my own. I bring people along. So hopefully you can say, oh, I picked up on something, right? Hopefully the ultimate goal is to get you to start doing land investing full time. That's the ultimate goal. The right people. I want people that's ready, right? If you're not ready, then you're not ready. All right. So we got 12 minutes into that call. I'll stay on for the 12 minutes. Anybody got any questions? Drop your questions in the chat. I'll be happy to answer. Like now, what you see now, right? I think I did a live yesterday. Somehow I stayed on for like 45 minutes straight. Right? Yeah, Charlie dropped it in the comments. The whole group received the free course. And then like, why do I do it? I don't care. Like, if you won't have any infringement on how I do business, is what I'm saying. There's 3,200 counties in America. There's so many places to invest in. I tell you a story. I had a friend, a white boy friend of mine, when we were coming up land investing. We got really close. In fact, he was one of my investors, right? Meaning that if I needed to money for a deal, he was there to put up money for the deals, right? We taught him how to land invest. In return, he put up money for deals in the beginning, like, I don't know, year 4. When we taught him how to land invest, we started investing in the same area. And what happened was he invested in one county. We invested in the county next to that county. We got 5 deals out of this county. He got 0 out of the county that he was investing in. Then we flip-flopped, and he came to the same county. He got 0 deals, and I went to that county, and I got another 3 deals, right? It doesn't really make a difference, right? The ultimate point is you have to have an offer out there to position yourself for the win. Because I don't know who's on the market to sell. People sell for all type of reasons. People sell when they're ready to sell. We don't know. We don't make people sell to us. We put offers out there, and if people accept the offer, then we do deals. We don't hound them down. We're not driving through their community, putting posters up, knocking on their doors or anything like that. We simply put offers out to buy land. At the height of the Acre Boys, we were putting out 25,000 offers a month. It's a lot of offers. Do you think with 25,000 offers to buy land that nobody was interested in selling? If you say no, you would be wrong. So this is how we're able to keep a steady deal flow. Because there's always an offer. If you're not going after larger acreage and bigger money, then do tax sale investing. Tax sale investing, there's always an auction. That's one thing that I like about this industry and this business, is that it's really no lack of opportunity. There's always something that we could be doing. I did a live a couple of days ago. I asked the question. I said, how do you create situations? If you don't have that ability to go out and create situations, financial situations, then you should look for one. This is America. And last I checked, they ain't dropping it off to you. Last I checked. And most of the high earning positions we're not privy to. In certain instances. But across the board, in general, the answer is no. Especially what's going on in office now. Stop me when I'm lying. So you should save yourself. You should position yourself. You should find any and every opportunity that could potentially, I use the word potential because I don't know your hustle. I don't know your input. I don't know what you're going to do. But dealing with me, the potential is always there. Now, if you tap into the potential, great. That's why I say, like, I'm not emotionally attached to your success and never will be. I was when I first started teaching because I wasn't sure if I'd be a good teacher. So I just wanted people to like the teaching, confirm that I was doing something right. Now it's confirmed with an ED. I remove my emotions from the success of other people. I know what I'm going to do. That's the actual fact. I can control that. I'm going to show up through the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to show up. Because as in life, we're very practical. It ain't always good. It's ebbs, there's flows. As in business, it's not always good. You up sometimes, a lot. Sometimes you might be down. Things may not be clicking. We have to weather the storm. But I will show up. I can control that. And we'll figure it out. We'll pivot if we need to pivot. Now, does that always feel good? No, it does not always feel good. Right? Being in business for yourself, I used to say everybody should be in business for themselves. Now I say this is not for everybody. A lot of people won't survive in this. A lot of people are not meant to run their own business or work or be self-employed. You're just not. You have to have some of the thickest skin. Because we all would agree that when it's good, we could deal with the good. Everybody could deal with what's good. Can you deal with it when it's not going right? Do you have the mental fortitude to not go astray and keep that same belief? And that takes training. That takes being tapped into something mentally, because as a human, you want to seek comfort. And when it makes you uncomfortable, you start crying and having a pity party. When you have a pity party, what do you get? You create more of the thing that you have in a pity party about. So y'all comment the word acres, right? Comment acres, come kick it with me. We're 5 minutes away from that call, and we'll be giving away a free course. Maybe courses with an S, just not sure. I hope y'all had a good day. I'm in a good mood. I'm pretty much kind of level. Me, myself, I'm just telling you about me personally. Kind of a level guy. Like, I probably wouldn't come on live. You never catch me on live not in a good mood. Sometimes I don't have energy, right? That's a real thing. Sometimes my energy is low. So you may catch me tonality. You might catch my tone a little lower if my energy is low. You know, it does require energy even to speak. That's a real thing. Like, some people think that, oh, your job may not be as easy. You just talk to people all day. Well, that takes a lot of mental energy to say something, to hold somebody's attention. Right? You have to be conveying the message for it to be likable to the listener, to say, I'll stay and listen. How do you get good at that? I didn't take speech class or speaking classes or speaking lessons, although I probably should. All right. It probably would help, being that we speak to people, but I didn't. That's why I said, me and my partner, this is like, you're looking at imperfect action. We're correcting things as we go. If you think I speak decent, these days I think I speak at least decent, right? I got to that point by just doing it every day. Then I'll go back and I'll listen to see myself. I'll critique myself first. Then I'll try it again the next day. And so on and so forth. Now I'm on year 4 of speaking. It should be some improvement after 4 years of speaking. That's why I said most people quit too fast. You think you want a thing until you find out you have to put the work in. And there's no way to skip the work. And if you do skip the work, it won't last long. Remember your mother used to say, like, anything worth doing, you got to put that time in. That's just so true. There's no getting around skipping the work and becoming who you need to become to be successful. I've never seen that happen. They could give you $1 million. You just be a dumb millionaire. Right? It's not about that. You have to become something different to keep the money and grow the money. That's different. Because I can give you a course, which I'm going to give a course tonight. But you're going to have to do something and become something different to reap max benefits of what's given to you. Am I lying? Does this make sense to anybody? Speaking from experience. All right, I got 1 minute. Comet Acres. Comet Acres, beautiful people, Comet Acres. Get yourself registered. Come on over to this Zoom call. I do have to go start the call. Once you're in there, come with questions, right? Come with questions. I have time to answer questions. Come with questions. You have questions. I have answers. And some people potentially may win multiple courses. All right. I'll see you in a minute.